Alright, okay. First of all, who let my childhood nightmare in here? I'm gonna have a serious talk with security after the show. But anyway, how you guys doing? Y'all good? I gotta tell you, 2015 has been a crazy year for me. I've been through so much stuff this year. But I gotta get my own set one day just to explain all this, because all I need left is like a lab coat and a wine glass full of Mountain Dew. I can tell you guys everything. But just to give you an idea of what I go through in my daily life when I'm not doing furry stuff, you see, it's tough coming up with material, but you see, the thing about me is, see, I'm a black liberal who lives in a neighborhood full of white conservatives, so sometimes the best material writes itself. Now, one of the craziest weeks I've experienced this year alone was during the last full week of June. Here's what happened. Tuesday, June 23rd, a powerful storm hit the South Jersey area. Winds up to 70, 75 miles an hour, a possible tornado touchdown somewhere in Gloucester County. It was a mess. There were down wires, there was down trees, there was debris everywhere. The big tree in the backyard of our house, my house where me and my dad live in, fell over, landed on top of the house, damaged the roof and everything, but thankfully no one was hurt. But one of the neighborhoods, which is near the church where I go to, that was one of the hardest hit, because you could not drive around that area, and a lot of the members there had to go without power, air conditioning, or running water for several days. Now, that was June 23rd. Remember what happened on June 26th? Remember a certain Supreme Court ruling happened that day? And, that would explain why everyone was in such a bad mood on Sunday morning. Not the easiest service I've ever sat through, but look, it's kind of understandable. If you've been sitting in a dark house with no cable, no water for several days, and then that happens, you're gonna be in a bad mood. Now look, don't get me wrong. I love my church friends. We look out for each other. They look out for me, I look out for them. We support each other, but as a comedian, I have to tell them every once in a while, I say, look guys, as much as I love and respect you, just hope and pray that HBO never gives me my own special. Look, remember, I'm a black liberal, and I remember everything you've ever said about Obama on Facebook. Don't push me, all right? I don't want to do it, but as soon as I get that check, I'm like, look, I would never sell out my friends. Once they show me that money, I'm like, okay, here's what they posted on Facebook last week. Yeah, but that last week in June was crazy. The only thing you saw online that week were the 3 R's. Rainbows, rants, and Rule 34 images of Zootopia. Jesus. It's everywhere! I cannot turn on my computer without another image just hitting me right in the face. Like, okay, I get it. You like paws, I get it. All right, yeesh. Look, I'm excited for the movie too, okay? But look, you need to calm down, right? If you hype it too much, you're gonna kill it.
Is it March 4th yet?
Not yet, but remember, you gotta be careful when you hype these movies. Remember what happened to snakes on a plane 10 years ago? Of course you don't, the internet killed it. I remember that stuff. There was like fan videos and forums and fan fiction everywhere. By the time the movie came out, nobody saw it. I hope this doesn't happen this time. So look, guys, you're gonna be all right, okay? One of my old high school friends actually works for Disney. He works in one of the business offices behind the Magic Kingdom in Orlando. Oh, he's making money. I swear, every time Disney comes out with a new film, you can see dollar signs in his eyes. Ooh, Big Hero 6, ka-ching! I swear, if Zootopia ends up being a blockbuster, I swear, the next time I see him, he's gonna pull up in a Maserati. Hey Jim, tell your friends I said thanks for the car! He came up to visit me during the summer, and we were talking about the movie trailer, and he said, you're gonna get a thank you letter from the furry fandom when that comes out, trust me. Word of caution, I have to tell him this because he's married and he has a son. I said, look, if you ever have to do a Google search for Zootopia, make sure the filter is turned on. Trust me. Look, your son is only 3.5. There are some things he should not be exposed to just yet. He's gonna start asking questions one day. Daddy, what's that? Son, what are you looking at? Oh my God! Wait, get off! Honey, what's going on there? Nothing. Son, go to your room right now. Go, go, go. Oh, that ain't right, man. That ain't right. Life on the internet. It's rough being single. You know, it's frustrating for me too. You know, I tried to meet somebody, nothing happened. Tried to get a hookup, nothing. See, first of all, I live in New Jersey, a state no one wants to visit. So if I want any action, I got to do all the traveling myself. Nobody ever wants to come and see me. Say, well, why don't you come up here? You'll put some miles on your own car. See, all my online friends live too far away. You know, and another thing is that, you know, every woman I've ever spoken to, or at least had any interest in, turned me down. It's true. I have been in the friend zone so many times, I have my own parking space in there. Everyone in there knows me. It's like an episode of Cheers every time I walk in. Hey guys, Flash! Hey, what's going on, Mr. Timberwolf? Well, according to my profile on Furry Mate, nothing. Pass the beer nuts. And I hate going to weddings too, man. I can't stand that. I brought this up last year, and here's something else that's always going on with that. You ever notice that they always pick these really high-class, snooty, fancy, you know, dining halls to have the reception in? You know what place I'm talking about? Like, you walk around and all you see all around you are reminders of how much money you don't have. Look, I'm already at a wedding. I'm already single. I don't need another reminder that I'm single and broke, okay? I was at a friend's wedding back in April, and this took place at, get this, the Trump National Golf Course. There's a combo for you. Look, going to a social event I hate going to, at a place where I don't fit in, named after a guy I can't stand. Oh, I had a lovely day. It was not fun at all. That place is way too fancy, you know? You pull up to the main building, you see all these well-dressed fancy people in their Mercedes and their BMWs and their Cadillacs and their Lincolns, and meanwhile, here comes this broke guy in the '96 Corolla pulling up. Valet don't even look at you. Look, there's a spot in the back, okay? In the back. Go in the back. Like, I don't trust valets anyway. But it's like, hey, don't touch the change in the ashtray. I gotta put gas in this thing later. I need that. Here's something else that I noticed recently. Why does everyone assume I know every Michael Jackson song? Why is that? At every wedding I've been to recently, every time Billie Jean comes on, everyone turns around and looks at me like I'm supposed to have an automatic response to it or something. Like, oh, come on, you know this. Like, I'm supposed to know this? Yeah, I guarantee you, if Sweet Caroline started playing right now, everyone in this room would start singing right now. I guarantee it. Okay, I guarantee it. I don't know why I didn't do that. Same thing goes with Thriller. I don't know Thriller. Look, there's only two things I know about Thriller. One, John Landis directed the music video. Yeah, the same guy who did the Blues Brothers, American Werewolf in London, and Animal House. I'm a movie geek, I know this. And number two, the video gave me nightmares as a kid. All right, and it still does. I know a little better when I'm older. Look, when you see a zombie, you don't start dancing. No, you get a blunt instrument and you aim for the head. That's what you do. Hey, that's exactly. You don't see Michonne from The Walking Dead dancing, now do you? Prove my point. There's a couple more things I want to highlight for the evening. Now, the thing is, I've always been different. And people have always given me a hard time because of how I live my life and how I was raised, because I live in the suburbs, I was brought up in a Christian home, I have different tastes in music, I like cartoons, I'm straight-ish, but, I know some of you think, there's still hope! No, there isn't, but anyway. As I say, they've always given me a hard time for that, and you know what? I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm proud of who I am. And, I put up with a lot of criticism. A lot of haters, critics, and trolls have always tried to, deter me from, doing what I like to do. And, because I've been in the fandom for 10 years. I've experienced stuff, And I want this to be an encouragement to everyone in here. Don't be ashamed of who you are, okay? If this is what you enjoy doing, then do it, okay? Don't let those so-called, self-righteous people tell you how to live your life just because they don't understand all about you. And And another thing is that, they people criticize me because, oh, you're from the suburbs, you're not from the city, you don't know anything about rap music, you have no street cred. I don't care about that. I created a new term to describe what I have. I don't care if I don't have street cred. You know what I do have? Avenue cred. See, here's the thing. See, when you're in the suburbs, there are no streets. You have avenues, courts, drives, ways, parkways, paths, trails, terraces, those kind of streets. I mean, those were the neighborhoods I was brought up in. I mean, even though I was born in Chicago, my parents took me out of the city, because they wanted to have a better life for me. I mean, it gets a little frustrating in the long run when you're growing up in a different environment, but still, I made the most of it, And like I said before, never let anyone, discourage you from anything, because, like I said, by the way, if there are any critics, trolls, and haters in the audience right now, or if they're watching this on YouTube right now, I got a message for you. I'm still here. You cannot stop me from who I am, all right? Let me tell you something. You cannot stop me from doing what I do, because I am blessed, I am proud, and I am strong. I can afford a new highlighter. I can't afford a new microphone, okay? Look, chip in $1,000, I'll do this next year, okay? You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for letting me do this. God bless all of you. Good night!
Flash Timberwolf, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so, it looks like